Hi guys, welcome back to Monicabuilds, and I'm back with a speed build after 1 week of Let's Plays. If you don't know, the past week I've been posting videos of my Strangerville LP, where I do the storyline from the new game pack, Strangerville. And this house is built in Strangerville in the, I don't know the name of the neighborhood anymore. I should have checked before doing the voiceover, but the richest neighborhood in Strangerville that is behind the canyon. And it's one of the empty lots that we have in that neighborhood. And yeah, I wanted to build a Victorian house. It's been quite a while since I've done one. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure I never did one in my channel yet. But I used to do I think one of my first builds in The Sims 4 was Victorian cottage, so I'm kind of going back to my roots here, and it was really fun to do it, even though I wasn't used to this style anymore. It took me a while to build, like 5 hours to finish. It took me 5 hours to finish this house, not for the architecture. The build you see, it only took me like 1 hour. And in the video it takes like 10 minutes since it's sped by 6. But the interior, at first I didn't know if I wanted to go traditional, if I wanted to do something more Victorian or more traditional American. So it was a struggle for me, and it's why this video this build is cut in 2 parts. The second part will be posted at the same time as this one, and I will link it at the end of the video and in the description, so you can watch it just after this one, because the video, if I hadn't cut it in 2 parts, it was 40 minutes, and even I don't like to watch 30 minutes speed builds, and I know in the past I've posted some, but it was dumb of me to have done that, and I'm trying to be more careful when I film speed builds, but sometimes you can't do anything, because if it has to take time, it has to take time. I prefer to put all the details I want in a house than to do something kind of mediocre, because in the end I also, even though I don't always play the game, I like to be able to use my houses if I want to. So what else can I say about this build? It's the interior, I'm going to talk later about the decoration, but for the layout is very closed, I want to say. It's not open layout build, because I wanted to feel like it's still a traditional Victorian, and I wanted it to fit the neighborhood. There is a lot of Victorian houses. I don't know the specificities behind each Victorian style. I heard and I know that there is different Victorian styles, but I'm not an architect student, so I won't know the difference. But I did my best, and I think it turned out quite well. I tried to use as many of the objects that came with Strangerville, and I also wanted to have something a little bit more furnished than the houses that came with this game pack. But because if you don't have the game yet, I think it's a running gag now for the Sims team to do that to us. But most of the houses in these neighborhoods, even though it's a rich neighborhood, they are empty. Like, kitchens are barely furnished, There is a lot of empty spaces. There is even empty rooms. Like there is a house that isn't inhabited, that has one bedroom without, or not even a bedroom. I don't know if it was supposed to be a bedroom. I guess it was because it's in the upper floor with the other bedrooms. But there was one room without any furniture, and I don't know what was the the goal, I want to say. I don't know what they had in mind when they had done it, but since Get Famous, I think they know that we get kind of upset when they usually, before even that, of course the builds that come with the game packs or the game or the base game, they weren't great, but they were okay. Because they cannot put a lot of objects, because they don't know the computers each one uses, and they don't want to make it too heavy for the computers to process all the information. So they do them quite simple and quite empty usually, but not that empty. Not like in this pack. And I think like since the Get Famous extension and the toilet controversy, I want to say, they kind of, I don't know if it's true. It's just an assumption that I have, but I think they do that on purpose to just I don't know, to just mess with us and see our reactions. But yeah, I'm not going to complain, because in the end, the mindset behind this pack was to focus on gameplay and not on building. And the gameplay, at least that's my point of view, but I love the gameplay. I really loved the gameplay that came with this pack. I really enjoyed it. I don't know if it's because it's the first time I share a gameplay on the internet, but it was really fun to learn about the story, and that it was, I don't know, it was something different. I feel like we never had something like that. And I know that it's not for everybody. I thought at the beginning that I wouldn't enjoy that much, because I'm not that into adventure game packs in The Sims. Like Jungle Adventure was okay. It kind of got boring quickly, because the temples, even though if you don't have the Jungle Adventure pack, you had to go to a temple to discover artifacts for the archaeologist career, and it was interesting. It was interesting, but since you would have to go back again to the same temple to discover new things, because the configuration of the temple changes each time you go. It was weird. I felt like they would have done better if they could have added another temple in other secret locations, since there is a lot of secret locations in Jungle Adventure, and that would have been more fun. But here, even though there is only one lab, it really fits with the story, and it was really interesting to kind of go down and discover what was going on in Strangerville and solve the mystery. And I really played around with it and creating my own story with Legoth, and it was fun. So let's get back to the build. Here we are doing we are furnishing the first room in the house, and I decided to do a music room. This is one of the rooms where I spend most of my time in this video, and even in the second part, because I was struggling with this. And you don't even see everything, because I did a lot of camera, because I was trying to, I already knew it would be a long video, and I was trying to figure out the layout when I wasn't filming, so when I would film, I would already know what I wanted to put down. And even like that, I wasn't quite happy every time I finished it. And you see me in a few, at the end of, when I finished the first time, there is a little cut, and you see me change the colors of everything, change the rug, change a lot of things, not a lot of things, but a lot of details, because I wasn't quite happy, and I really put a lot of attention in the details in this house, because I really wanted to do something that fitted what I was going for. And I went and put, at first there wasn't any desk in this area, and I thought maybe I should do, because I knew I wasn't going to do an office in this house. I wanted to focus on other things in this house. And by the way, there isn't, if you want to use this, if you do the gameplay from Strangerville and you want to use this house, know that I didn't put the listening devices in the house. At first I thought I would do a secret lab in the basement, but I left it for the end, and in the end I thought it would make it even even longer video. And I know that there is a lot of videos of speed builds that already have secret bunkers, secret labs in their houses, and I wanted to do also something different. So there isn't that. So just be aware that if you want to use this house for the gameplay, you will have to add the listening devices in your house. And here now we are doing a little secret library that I really like. This looks really cozy to be. It's a really cozy reading nook for your Sims. I don't know if it's like really playable. There is a lot of bookshelves in this house, but I thought it was really funny, and even for the kids. And you'll see me, I don't know if you'll see me, if I cut that, we'll see in a few seconds. But in the end I even had the secret doors that came with the base game. And yeah, and here we are. So you see me, sorry, you see me do the secret doors, and here we are. This is a bit later when I decided to add the desk and change the rug, because I wasn't quite happy with the room again. And I kept changing the color of the shelves too. And now we are doing the entryway, and this is quite simple. It's the quickest part of the house that I did, that I've done, and it was quite nice. And between the hallway and the formal dining room that I am doing now, I changed the color of the wallpaper. I really love this space game wallpaper for Victorian houses. I don't know if it's totally Victorian, but I feel it's really regal and posh, and I really like it. It's something, if you don't know, I live in France, and a lot of apartments in Paris have this kind of texture in the wall, which sometimes is kind of annoying, but it's also a nice wall feature in your apartment. And usually the apartments that have this are one of the most expensive in Paris. And yeah, what else? In this house I also use paintings from the gallery. There are paintings that your Sims can do, and since I wanted more hearts for the walls, I use them. You won't see me place them down, because I think I cut that in editing it, because I took a while to make a decision. Here you will see in a few minutes behind next to the arch, there is a painting there. That's a painting that you can do with the easel. It's an impressionist painting, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, it's just to add more decoration and have new things. If you don't know, I have tutorial on my channel. I will link it below and maybe at the end of the video too, where I show you how to get this painting, how to find them, and even how to do a gallery wall with them. I have a lot of templates on my Pinterest. It's Monicabuilds. I'm Monicabuilds on all social media. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and in Facebook I'm both Sims Real Estate and Monicabuilds, because I can't change my main name on Facebook anymore, because Sims Real Estate, if you're new to the channel, used to be my channel name, but since there is already a real estate company in the US with that name, I decided to change because it was confusing, and with the new if the Article 13 passes, I'm afraid that company files a copyright strike or anything to my channel, because my name was similar, and it was done with me, because I should have made my researches before creating my channel at the beginning. But now it's not Sims Real Estate anymore, it's Monicabuilds, and Monica is my name, and I do builds from, yes, it's builds in the Sims, but it's still builds. So now we are doing the kitchen. So right now you can see I kept it pretty traditional, pretty simple. I didn't put that much clutter, I feel, in this house. I wanted to keep it, I feel like the people living here are quite freaks, like not freaks, but how do you say, cleaning freaks? No, that's not the word. Like perfectionists. They want everything clean, everything kind of like in Desperate Housewives, Breathe on the Camp. You know, everything is pristine in our house. That was the feeling I wanted to go for. I don't know if I didn't. Usually I have a family in mind when I create builds, but I didn't had any family in mind for this build. But I feel like either grandparents could live here and they have various rooms for their grandchildren, or maybe it's just like a very traditional family that lives here, because since the rooms are so traditional. Now we are doing the living room, and living room is the second room in the house where I spend a lot of time. I was struggling with the couches. At first, these ones I was feeling like all the blue was too strong, so in the end I added this white, how do you say, these white armchairs on the side to not be so blue. But there is a lot of blue in, like the exterior is very yellow and then the interior is quite blue. I don't know why I went for that, but I felt it was, I was feeling it. I was feeling it at the moment. I was feeling the blue for the blue color for the traditional decorations. And yeah, even if it's not my interior style, like it's not my favorite style for interiors, I really liked it in the end. It felt really posh and regal, and I feel that I already said it. So we are almost at the end of this first part of this speed build. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe to my channel if you are not already, and like the video, and make sure to check the second part. It will be linked in the description and also at the end of the video. I will see you very soon. I will see you maybe in a few seconds in the next part. And yeah, bye bye!